Hey Scholar, welcome to my channel. My name is David. I'm also known as son, brother, cousin, nephew, uncle, friend, and sometimes lover. I'm also a university professor. I'm vlogging as a creative outlet, really. I'm going to try to capture the many different parts of my life and share them. That includes the mundane daily stuff. It also includes the fun shenanigans that I sometimes get into with my people. And it includes the professional side too. One thing I knew that I wanted to do when I started vlogging was kind of demystify what it looks like and means to be a professor. When I was growing up, I didn't have any representation of what it would look like to be Black and a professor. I didn't even know that this was something that was achievable or attainable for me. I describe it this way sometimes. It is a dream that I didn't even know I could have. And I really appreciate being able to do this. So I'm going to try to use this to demystify what a professor does. We're more than just classroom instructors. That's an important part of what we do, but it's only half of the job. The other half includes research and writing and a host of service obligations. I'm trained as a historian. My PhD is in history, so you'll get to see what I do as a historian, what it means to go into the archive and unearth new materials and try to figure out from this stuff how to put together a mosaic. You'll also get to see who I am beyond my profession. So do the thing where you like and subscribe. The button is right there. It's red. Is it on that side? That side, that side, that side, that side. I don't know. But I'm excited to have you here.
Also, not to take it off.
This is my Alexis pose. Thank you.
I can't believe we're dancing in the street. All I ever wanted was to get close to you. Now I'm burning up in your atmosphere. I can't feel my feet while we're dancing in the street. In the neon light, let the music on repeat all through the night.
Today I'm starting the first day of a 5-day research trip to the Library of Virginia in downtown Richmond. Flew into Richmond yesterday, got myself settled, and the library opens at 9 o'clock in about 15 minutes. And I'm gonna be researching a lot of governor's papers related to Black men's clemency files during the Jim Crow period, Black men specifically who were accused of sexual assault against white women. Very curious what these records hold, what they have to say from the perspective of these Black men and their families. So that's why I'm here. I have another trip planned in a couple weeks to visit UVA in Charlottesville and some additional county courthouses to unearth additional records. But yeah, I just wanted to record a little bit of what it looks like to be a historian. I don't know how much I'll be able to record when I'm actually in the library. The process for this particular library is I need to create a library account. I need to get a library card for the State Library of Virginia. I spoke with the archivist over the past 2 weeks about the records I want to see. So they'll be supplying me with the records. When you go into a reading room to do archival research, you can't really take personal possessions, a camera, a laptop. Usually that's it. They'll provide you with scratch paper, a pencil, but even like coats and things, I just want to make sure that their documents and materials are secure. So I'll be going over there with very minimal of my personal items, and we'll start this process. It's gonna be a long, but I hope productive and enlightening day and week. And if I am able to record a little bit over there, I will be sure to get back on here and say something. Otherwise, you know where I'm at. probably freezing in an overly air-conditioned library. So I'm headed to the state library now. Walking through downtown Richmond. And first step is to get the library card. So I'm gonna do that and then hopefully be able to settle in for a couple hours. And we're approaching the Library of Virginia. Hello, it's me from the future and now the past. It's September 19th. And this is my first day working on this Richmond vlog. I've been on it for about an hour and a half, so I'm definitely tired. But I wanted to kind of get on here in real time for a couple reasons. One, I'm struggling with trying to make the portrait mode videos aesthetically appealing. I didn't know what I was doing with these videos when I shot them, and so now I just have to deal with what I got. But I thought it might be helpful to have a little bit also of a voiceover of what I'm looking at. So after I get into the reading room, I'm sitting at the table and there's a box with folders in it, my document camera that's standing tall, my laptop, and some scratch paper and a pencil to my right. And you can see the reading rooms generally aren't very busy places, but this particular day there were a decent number of folks in. And what I'm doing here is like looking at the document for a second, thinking about like its relevancy. Does it seem like it's something that might be helpful for me to take home with me? For the most part, I document almost everything. There are some things that are just like, no, this is just not worth it. But essentially, what I'm doing right now is I've moved the document camera so it's over the papers, and when I see something that looks like I need to take it with me, I just hit the space bar. The document camera is the IPEVO. I don't remember the exact model, but it's IPEVO. They're very easy to find. They're about $100 on average. They take really good document photos, and the software that it comes with is also great. It does a really good job of organizing the material. The zoom feature is great. Changing the exposure is really easy. It's really convenient. So if you are getting into heavy archival research and you've struggled like I have in the past with holding a phone or a tablet over your documents, no more, don't do it. I've had this document camera since I was in grad school. It has worked perfectly. Highly recommend. That's the end of day one. Found some very interesting stuff, I think. That's my nerdy historian smirk. Yeah, found stuff that I didn't think I would find. I came across this case of a black man in the 1920s who was a medical practitioner of sorts, but was practicing without a license, and was convicted for it. And I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a lot in his clemency records that speak to a long history of black medicine and its degradation by the medical establishment. I have no idea how this will or won't play a role in my own work, because it's not what I was looking for, but it's an amazing file to come across, and the thickest of all the files that I reviewed today. So people had a lot to say about it. It's Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. I'm back in the archive and I'm moving kind of quickly through these papers in front of me. They're very old, they're very dingy, but I'm looking for something very specific. I was reading the work of another scholar, and in their footnotes, they cited something in this archive. And so I'm kind of looking for a needle in a haystack because this person did their research back in either the early aughts or the late 90s, and some of the things have been shifted around or they're not labeled in the same ways that they were before. So I'm hoping to find this one piece of paper in this collection of things, but there's no guarantee. And if I don't find it here, then I'm gonna have to try to figure out where else it might be. So I decided I'm gonna go out, check out this river canal trail thing in downtown Richmond. Got a little water to hydrate. It's around 6:30, I think, 6:45. I've had a little bit of time to decompress since leaving the archive, and I'm ready to go. So here we go. This morning, I finally got a chance to listen to Kendrick's Euphoria, and I'm so very pleased. My folks know that I'm not a fan of Drake. Finally, I think it came out yesterday, not sure. But I finally got a chance to listen to it and absolutely loved it. Like, and still do. I've listened to it like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times today. How many times have you listened to it today? But I'm not going to get into any of the discourse about it because I don't care that much. But I just think it was a phenomenal drag. I think Kendrick never disappoints. There's so many good lines. But I want to continue on this walk. I'm actually going to put this camera down because my shoulders hurt, I think, from my workout yesterday. So I'll pick things up when I get down there. Hopefully it's scenic. Get that glow. Get that glow. Yeah, this is, wow, shouldn't do that. Get that glow. So this is, I think, Browns Island Park. Browns Island Park. It's pretty stunning. This is where the Freedom statue was, and I had no idea that it was going to be over here. I had no idea it existed. It was a very pleasant surprise. The park itself is very nice. There are lots of people out. I'm about to cross over the Tyler Potterfield Memorial Bridge. So let's see what this is about. That's pretty stunning. This is a pretty beautiful place. I just saw someone kayaking down there. Which, against these currents, that's a mighty person. Mighty. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Good job, Richmond. what it looks like after you cross the bridge. It's a beautiful canopy, and I can get down with this. I mean, it's spring, so it's probably the most gorgeous it is any time of the year, summer notwithstanding, although maybe it's also this beautiful in summer. But yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. While I was walking across the bridge, I saw little street art, the Free Palestine painting on, I think it was on the side of rocks, but I can't remember. Definitely liked that. And apparently there's a scenic overlook here, so I'm gonna check that out later. But I've seen a lot of pro-Palestine stuff since I've been in Richmond. And since I've been here, the police have attacked the students at Virginia Commonwealth. That looked completely unjustified because state violence is almost always completely unjustified. But yeah, it's been interesting seeing Richmond for the first time and this being my experience of it. And again, I know that I'm only in the downtown area, not seeing all of Richmond. I'm grateful that this is part of the experience of being here. It's just, and it like reminds me of one of the reasons why I miss living up north. Like, don't want to be there for winter or fall or most of spring. But yeah, this is just the beauty of the geography. Day 3. I had to get my workout this morning, ate some cereal for breakfast, and headed to the archive. There's a lot to get through. I've been moving kind of slowly, just kind of discovering what's there, but today we're gonna, try to move a little faster, I think. We'll see. I don't know how much I'll be updating. I've been missing everything. Like, I haven't taken you to any of the restaurants or my grocery store trip or haul or anything like that. But it also has been pretty uneventful in that regard. I haven't eaten anything that's been super exciting. I had some Mexican food last night that was, there were fajitas, and the protein was not marinated. There was not enough salt. It just didn't give anything. So yeah, I haven't had exciting eating experiences, and I mostly just want to be done. a day. After I finished at the archive, I had to have a meeting about Tampa Emancipation Day. May 6th, 1864 was the time when enslaved people in Tampa learned of the effects of the Emancipation Proclamation. And so May 6th is the day when Tampanians celebrate their Emancipation Day. This was, I think, the second, or that will be, probably by the time I put this up, have passed already, the second year that it's been commemorated. It's being co-sponsored by the Racial Justice Initiative, the Tampa Bay History Center, and the Tampa Housing Authority. And it hasn't happened yet, but by the time I post this, it probably will have, and it's going to be great and like a really important moment. So anyway, had that meeting after the Tampa Emancipation Day meeting. I had to get back to work. Had some files need to get, some spreadsheets I needed to finish, some files need to get out to people. I'm still not entirely done, but I put a decent dent in it. And then after that, had to have a conversation with my person. Those relationships are fun. Relationships are funny. It was a good conversation, but relationships are funny. And yeah, then I went to dinner. Did not get a chance to record anything before dinner because I was working, and then the conversation, and then I was like, I need to get to the restaurant before it closes. And the food was this Italian restaurant. I think I have the video footage of the name of it. I have no idea what the name of the place is. But apparently they make everything in-house from scratch. And it just looked like a place that I wanted to try the food at. So I'm glad I did. I haven't had a ton of I haven't eaten that much, but my food experiences so far haven't been impressive. The Mexican restaurant that I went to last night, I think I already talked about it, just okay. Although there was this place, Sandwich Society, that I went for lunch, I think my second day here. That place, 2 thumbs up. I'll probably go back. My server was great. The whole atmosphere was great. It was cold as hell. It was like the AC was, I was literally like in a hoodie with my hood over my head and my hands between my legs. It was very cold, but other than that, the food was delicious. I got the Renaissance burger, which was a vegan burger. It was delicious. I'm probably gonna go back before I leave Richmond. Yeah. I am going to end the night. Try to get up and at it early in the morning. Once again, for, wow, day 4 of the archive. Forgot to record anything before I left the hotel room, but I'm about to leave the hotel now to head to the archive. It's Friday, so day 4 of archival research. I have a lot that I want to get through because there's a bunch of materials that I didn't know existed that wasn't on my original list. And now it's time to try to get a peek at those so I have an idea of what I want to do the next time I come. So I'm going to try to finish off my pre-list today and then go back tomorrow and start the new one that I haven't built out yet. But excited to see what else is there today, and it's just going to be a very long one, but productive one. Let me get going. On our way to the archive, and it is a drearier day than it's been. The whole time it's been like hot and sunny, which has been nice. Today it's currently sprinkling or misting and cloudy and chilly. But I am looking forward to kind of speeding through these boxes today, and then making my way to the, wow, somebody just definitely going the wrong way. Yeah, driving is dangerous. It's a little after 1, and the archive is closed for lunch, so I am taking a stroll down to, I think the place is called Native Plates. It's supposed to be an South Asian restaurant. Looking forward to it, but I have actually not ventured in this direction past the library before, so I haven't walked through the state capitol. So I'm going to take a second here to kind of pan around and give you a view of the Virginia State Capitol. So the food was delicious. I think the name of the place is Native Plate. I had the dan dan noodles. They were spicy. The peanuts on top added a nice texture and flavor to it. Tired. I also there was someone who is a reentry person coming back into society, and they were hungry and didn't have any kind of access to anything. And I don't carry cash on me usually, so I didn't have any cash. But he came inside with me and he got some food, and hope he's okay. But I'm in very much a rush to get back to the archive and then to get to the airport. And I mostly spent my lunch reading a paper from a student while I was eating. It's just, it's a lot. But these are the diaries. These are the diaries of a person in academia? I don't know. This was random, but someone wrote this to the governor and apparently all American colleges and universities, that American Negroes don't need any education. They should be working on farms. I just took a photo of it.
To be here in Tampa, to have worked all of your life for somebody else, for nothing. And that's all your parents knew, and that's all your parents' parents knew. So we need to commemorate May 6th every year that we can. Many years ago it happened, about 20 years ago, for some of our churches had May 6th programs with the city of Tampa. It kind of faded away over the years, but we brought it back last year. And we're so happy we have several elected officials and some other folk who are here today with us to do a reading of the Emancipation Proclamation. Just to be clear, everyone's heard of Juneteenth, and you probably have celebrated Juneteenth the last few years or so, maybe before that. We're also going to be celebrating Juneteenth right here at this same location, but this program is going to be indoors. It's going to be June 19th. It's really going to be hot then.
Skies, let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the right.
Next joke. No, I was sure.